I like the title. So I like the title, as is I mentioned. But how many things can I say? I'm gonna go from here. Based on the erroneousness, based on the erraticness of with regards to the I take, when it is that I'm not in my house seriously, so that I can take pictures to allow the current events and the momentum of the immediate society surrounding the house, the socialization of the people in this county and in New Jersey to mediate the stat quo of what it is that's really necessary for a person to live. Like, I take pictures of newspapers and stuff like that so people can see it's the same time outside of 335 Stokes Avenue as it is inside. I just now turned on my separate computer here, and I'm on it and I'm doing live streaming, whatever they call it, and it stops, and it says no live streaming is allowed. So I have ways to handle that. But at this point in time, I'm being kind of kidnapped silently, so that I can't continue to speak or communicate out to to people who understand and know me and who become aware of me as a living person who's alive. First thing you have to understand is when you're dealing with criminals, as I have been, um, you really you got to worry about your safety at all times. You gotta position yourself to acknowledge your safety at all times. Now, what we understand is that since it is that it's just the cards are stacked against this property as a resellable equity building type of real estate. They liquidate this shit. They're going to get I mean a lot that somebody could build a bigger house on. A motherfucking crash cars. They buried 13 people in the backyard and make a small cemetery. So their position is threatened, and now they don't want me to communicate out. Obviously, at this point in time, what you do have to know is that it's only legal because these crimes are being managed by. No police officers, no police precincts share their information with each other. So Trenton cops aren't going to be able to walk down the street and tell you what the chief of the Ewing Township Police Department is telling his officers to do with their emergency services, with their operators that pick up the phones, with the towers that are managed probably by Phil Murray. So and it's good that I haven't begun to smoke weed. I mean, since it is that it's become legal in New Jersey, it's good that anybody smokes it, but the governor never smoked it. So I chose not to. And it must be something that's being used to 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 introduce something, but it's just the clarity is necessary. But as it is when dealing with criminals, and I make no qualm as it is. Man, these people got outed, and um, at this point in time, it looks like it's being spearheaded and managed by the Ewing Township Police Department. You know, even the banishment or the security being granted to the fraud that's imminent here. It's still a little secret. You know, some cops, they they operate outside. Some motivate to a decision, a quarantine, a priority, and make it executive. Um, uh, I want not with executive, but make it a foundation. You know what I mean? To base their identity on, like this home I live in. The things I say, they aren't the identity of the people who manage this home I live in. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, my phone was apprehended and attacked. I feel as though the light that was shed by way of me using my phone, and what it is obviously Comcast or whatever's being intervened, or the police. The police also have radios and instruments that they can use to counteract, cyberbullying and things of that nature. They could be very well using that to infiltrate, my networks established with my money, to foundate, a comfort level based on being able to play games on the internet, play solitary, play chess with a partner. We can play right now, get some apps, use PayPal, use Cash App or something like that. That's what your internet is for. That's why I got it. But they really went outside of private property, and they're acting inside on purchased property, which means that they're really hijacking instruments and electrical devices, that I have and as it is that my electric bill emanates, the electricity is managed from the basement, and there's never been a meter read in the basement. I never saw a meter reader. So I walk through the house, I hear switches turning on and off because of what it is that you see with the test sockets. Switches pop, 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 pop. I went inside the kitchen, I turned the light off while it was off, and the switch was up. So it's that attacking it. And it's my voice, it's the pursuance of the issues I manufactured, the identity I cultivated before the continent of Africa, managing the sustenance of the behavior that sustained my comfort level for the past maybe month or something like that, the last 2 or 3 weeks. It was really on the up and up. That succeeded to forge a relationship with regards to Africa, and my newest Facebook priority that may not be able to be taken apart. So you really have some Caucasian people like in this town, in this county, that work or manage it, that really are like maybe all white only, or they want to indicate, they want to surround, they want to stipulate, they want to dictate, they want to accuse, a single black male. You ever see single white female? They want to complicate their minds by dealing with a mature person who went through puberty, an adult young black man, and trifle with realities that can't be. I had a Nintendo Part One before. You plugged it in your TV, you used it. Now I can't use my TV. It's like the police govern this crime So I mean, their identity, worldwide, I mean, that's been disclosed by this time by different factors. It's like, no, we can't do. They can get fired for this level of corruption that's been uncovered in this jurisdiction of Mercer County. Corruption, corruption. Somebody should be going to Princeton Pike to Oaks Integrated, what I mean, showing their badges. Like, listen, we don't really tolerate this type behavior, you know, um, in this town. We won't welcome it, into UN Township. You guys did what you did, what you do, but you can't do this here. That's where they would be. That's the good part.
Thank you, Mom.
She gave him that. I get so jacked off coffee, and like and as it is that it's an Oscar nominated here. So it's like, following my transactions and stuff like this. Facebook with the community standards. I remember the exact words. I manufacture a title for my monologue, which kind of indicates a script or a screenplay type priority that can be rehearsed and reversed. You know what I mean? To a scout, an agent at casting. You rehearse a monologue, you memorize it, and you state it. So I called it locomotion moto mavo. Locomotion moto mavo monologue. I came up with Alicorus monologue, Dillo Trillo monologue, Illopathologic monologue, Penitentiary Peninsula monologue, Alicorus monologue. I remember all my monologues. I got Charlie Chisholm monologue. So I added on. I said locomotion, moto mavo monologue. I do that. And they're saying like violence and harassment, do you want to remove your locomotion moto mavo from, what I mean, or you're going to get a community strike, you're not going to be able to do anything if you go with locomotion moto mavo. And then they said it's like violence and harassment or violence and dangerous activity threatening the phrase I created. So it's definitely gotten to a position, and it's being dictated by I feel as though local politicians inside of Mercer County. I mean, within 30 or 50 miles. I mean, at this point in time, it's definitely true. That everything I do on my phone is being read and identified as it is I do it. Even my messages, private messages, they're being exposed. They're being taken places, that aren't here. Before I do it, like I'll type something on my phone. As it is you do with these phones. Use your thumb to type. It's typewriting. And then I'll press post and it'll disappear off the screen. I'll go to my Facebook and it doesn't get there. I'll text message, someone in my family, and I text message them, and the text message goes away. It gets copied. And me not being involved with any crime or any criminal investigation, I mean, who has warrant to be able to really locate your phone? Now we saw based on my assessment of the phones is I paid my bill recently. I paid my Comcast bill recently. Um, and it's not a joke. That's supposed to be so it's faster. I'm a journalist, so it's like I live here, but based on the hamburger, the sandwich that the people who take the money from my house are, and they're really they have themselves from between a rock and a hard place, and nobody, I can't even help them out. So since they're located with damning evidence, convicting the refurbishment or the furnishment of my new house, they locate my electricity to manage to independently manage my social media, manage to independently manage my Xfinity, my Comcast, as if it's theirs. After I paid the bills, isn't that some type of embezzlement? Doesn't that constitute some type of thievery, some major corruption based on the direction of the people who informed? I mean, Joe Biden had popped something up, his campaign year. I mean, Washington could have got wind of some stuff that was going on in New Jersey, and they looking for shit like that right now. They're looking for shit like that right now. So things drastically changed. Some people got caught with their hand in the cash register recently, and they pulled that shit out, and they mad. They mad. In Mercer County, that bank I was talking about, it's a culmination of good investigation, good work as an investigator, as a litigator, as a lawyer that managed to come to a point that's not able to be tolerated by by the target of my investigations. Now they want to apprehend, you know, and by way of what it is that's being manufactured and being located about how these things happen with what happened. Now you see that YouTube deletion channel wasn't a mistake. Also, I've only been brought before a YouTube community restriction priority 2 or 3 times. Not enough for it to be that they could delete an account without managing this to speciate community restrictions or standards or aggressing a record of a disciplinary priority that managed to culminate into one incident and being located to abolish or to delete an account. They didn't say you did this, or that. That deleted account deleted all of their disciplinary, all of their community strikes that happened within May and maybe September of 2023. Me and YouTube never went back and forth like this. So they got that out of my hand. My position to use YouTube as a place to stipulate and dictate my filing. And now they want to get my actual phone out of my hand. They want to get, paid services out of my hand, things that I pay for. So I pay for my phone bill. I pay for my things as I do. You're supposed to. If I don't, my phone gets turned off. So I paid for it, and they said, "Oh shit, he paid for his phone. Let's do something real cool as a government in your township, and let's make it so he doesn't get to use his phone only because I paid for it." That's real aggressive bigotry and aggressive. Like people are looking at paper. It's like any criminal in the street knows that if you're looking at somebody, paid bill and shit, what I mean? You can't steal that. But in Mercer County, if you put that you paid a bill because what I mean, your bills are more substantial and more concrete than the location you're living in, they steal your product. I paid my phone bill, so they steal my phone. The first 5 days after I only endorsed the continuum that manages. I never had my phone turned off. So they want to turn it off out of spite because I had the money to pay for it. I'm not saying I'm the only one that has a phone. I'm saying it's nice that I paid for it. Now you can't approach me and apprehend my services. So after I do so, they strongly apprehend my services until I go get a bag of weed and smoke it on my phone. My hair, I got cut. It's like a problem because they using pictures of me with teeth out of my mouth and I have hair, and I don't match that. They got to be the same. So no, I'm being targeted within products that I own in my house. They probably managing the electrical velocity. I'm in volition of my crock pot. Counting the electric. Sometimes my lights, they turn off automatically. They motivate, electrical currents and they manage to blow a light bulb in front of my face. Or turn one off without the switch being on. So I see these things, but what you got to do is make sure you save, protect yourself. Make sure you have photographs. Make sure you locate yourself where you locate it. Make sure when you're not here, you let it be known where you're at when you're not here, so you don't come back here, and into like a haunted house of priorities ordinated by way of vestiges that can very much, ordinate the electrical mechanics of this house. So I go, Princess, Raul, Juan, ShopRite, High. They have their electricity on. You never think ShopRite has to pay electric bills too. I didn't even get one yet. They're pumping my heat and stuff like that, like the gas. Oh yeah, running, because they trying to run out the $400 to $500 check that they embezzled to pay a phone bill for $200 to Verizon. It said thank you for your money we didn't give you. We paid a phone bill to Verizon and thank you for that. Then Verizon tries to ask me to pay it. Embezzlement. Mismanagement of government funds, welfare fraud, P.O. box fraud, mail fraud. And so you see, it's not deviating. It's not. I'm managing to sustain a chronologic product of a position that can really predict the aggression of these silent partners that want to control one of the most aggressive activists to ever be living in America as a true Christian. To ever actually, who's able to motivate out of intellectually enlightened conversation and lecturing, and then create 7 to 18 songs that culminate to an algorithm to mediate hip hop as it has been. and still command an independent persona to motivate as an independent artist represented by an independent label of my saying and be successful and thrive in the industry as an identity, as a characteristic of prominence, as an icon of faith, reality, intelligence, stability. They want to stop it for 3 days and then take it away from me. Like communism. There was this one guy, Putin, you know what I mean, poison shot. You know what I mean? He got him with some umbrella. They trying to do that type shit to me. And I've been falsely in prison. Like I said. And it's just the malfunction of the cesspool of crime that is being managed by the police. Maybe this is how it happens, but it's a dirty standard of surveillance and the uncanny, awkward feeling that I'm a threat. I'm a threat to the crime ring that's circumventing and that's been stinking up Mercer County for the past 10 years, 15 years. That's over-celebrated. The crime ring. I'm a threat to their success as criminals. I'm a threat to their fraud. I'm a threat to their ignorance-based statements that they speak to their family that he doesn't even know. I jeopardize that. Now careers are jeopardized. You gotta be safe. You gotta make sure everybody is safe. You know, in this case, I have spies. I have governments. I have soldiers. I have faith. I have Jehovah God. But that's what it is that happens. My job never stops. I wake up and go to sleep, but I gotta stay safe. This means not get shot next time the cops come in. I feel as though people want me dead now. It just don't happen that the Senate call social media people in to get that motherfucking get them songs off the internet, to get that shit out their hand. I spoke in a court with it. It's motivating with regards to United Nations stating from Africa. And these Africans stating here, it's just inundated. The original audio, it's not imitated. It applied enough pressure to pop circumstances into a court that manufactures a comfort level and the stability achieved by group effort. And ironic unity that broke the community of wickedness and evil as it is that I saw, as it is that I see. You know, so I'm not, you know, I have money to use on another house that's being looked for as we speak. And that's how I'm gonna go. So I mean, it's they want to hold on to you. They want me here. They want my right arm to be hanging, you know, above the television where the television is at. They want my right arm to be where it is that the television is at hanging. You know, they want my right arm there when I leave, so they can see me like this, you know, in my new apartment, you know, and say we got that. You know what I mean? I'm walking around like this. That's what they want. You know what I mean? They want to lock in my hair. Maybe they want my testicles. You know what I mean? Maybe they want my ears. But they want that. They want a broken leg. That's what they want. That's not what I want.